I expect I'll get as much insight from you guys as you'll get from me. So I frankly look forward to our discussion here. Also, as I look around the room, you're all dressed the way I normally dress. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get rid of the tie. Okay? I'd really like this to be a discussion. So appreciate it. Also, very much like to thank the dean for hosting us for lunch. We had a great discussion at the end of the difference between durians and dragon fruit. And for those of you who don't know the difference between durians and dragon fruit, it's really important to know. It's something that's very important. So, indeed, it's wonderful to be here today to talk about these kinds of issues. And I think this is something that in all of our minds is important. And just exactly as the dean said, it's changing. It's likely to change as much in the next 5 years as it has in the last 50. I mean, it's just that dramatic in terms of what's going on. I've been involved in research in this area for over 25 years, and I can tell you that as I look forward now, it's just exactly that. It's an exponential kind of change that we're dealing with. So it's fascinating to think about it. By the same token, a lot of the challenges that face us have not changed. Okay. Sometimes the biggest challenge is us. Okay. You know, the moral words of Pogo, we admit the enemy, and it is us. You know, as people. But habits, students, colleagues, administration, government policy, global circumstances. We're in an educational paradigm shift, and that's where kind of I'm going to start our focus here today. And thinking about and encouraging you to think about just some of the changes that have occurred in the nature of education. Historically, we've been very campus-centered, right? Very instructor-centric, okay? And very directed learning. I mean, there's been variances and there's been differences in parts of the world and here within any institution. But, you know, we've come a lot from that perspective. That's the perspective I came from. That's the perspective I was educated in. And guess what? When I was a new assistant professor, what did I do? You know, that which I had been exposed to. But it's a changing, okay? Much more network-centered. Look at the kind of relationships that we have between institutions. Look at the population of our colleagues here. They're coming in from all over the world. Student-centric. OBTL, does that ring a bell? Okay, yeah. You know, we're really working at becoming student-centric, and it's a global trend. It's not unique to Hong Kong. It's not unique to Asia. It's global. And experiential learning. Now, it's interesting though, because particularly when we talk about things like experiential learning, we don't have to go forward. We can go back. Okay, we can go back. We can go back to the elders. If you tell me, I will listen. If you show me, I will see. If you let me experience, I'll learn. You know, okay? So, a lot of this has been around for a long time. The challenge and the opportunity that we have now is really to bring technology into the fore to help us do this. You know, to help be part of the kinds of learning activities and things that we can create that can be part of our experience and part of experiential learning. So, to me, this is kind of a mantra and something that I've been using this slide now for the last 10 years, I can tell you, and I like it. I keep coming back to it, you know, and it's always a good reminder to me of what I should be doing. Technology and education. Okay, we've got some kinds of technologies that we can really classify as sustaining innovation. Things that support that which we've historically done, whether it be, you know, projectors, display panels, whiteboards, PowerPoint slides, simulations, animations. These are all just kind of amplifying, you know, and providing support for a lot of the traditional ways we've done things. Okay. And it's important. It's important. We all make use of this, and in one form or the other. However, there's also a whole number of what I would call disruptive innovations. And what I'm going to focus on today is more of these disruptive innovations. Okay? because these are things that have the promise, or at least the potential, to really change education as we've historically known it. The internet. Is there anybody here that thinks the internet won't change education? I see no hand. Okay. Oh, okay, well, yeah, we're going to get some, okay, we'll get some discussion going here. We can do it. Now, I think really, if you reflect over the last decade, look how much the internet has changed what we've done as we use it in the context of it being a resource. As our students use it sometimes as the only resource. We talk about reading week. How many students do you think are out there really reading today? It's pouring rain right now, so maybe that kind of that's a chance. But PDAs, smartphones. There's some of these that are really interesting, I think, because they're a sustaining innovation for our students. Okay, our students were born with a phone. Okay. It's a birthright, okay? I mean, it's just the way it is, all right? Most of us weren't, okay? So a phone, PDA, smartphones, anything like this is a sustaining innovation for our students. They're used to this already, okay? They're there. Now, for some of the rest of us, this is pretty disruptive, okay? Because we're not digital nomads. We're digital something else, typically. Sometimes, we've been engaged and we've been using it, and other times maybe more so than others. But certainly we're not in the same group as our students. We're a different generation. Okay? And so this is something that we need to consider. And things more recently like Facebook. How many people here have a Facebook account? Yay! Yeah, okay. Facebook is becoming a part of what our students do, I can tell you. We got hit in the face with it at City U about 3-4 years ago now, when all of a sudden it was noted that we have 5,000 students who have Facebook accounts, and they were giving away their university passwords, because this was in a meeting with our CIO, who had gone along to really worked hard to make the internet kind of one access from which the students could get at everything, including a lot of academic records and all kinds of things. But there was an offer from a vendor that says, well, if you just give us your login and password, we'll give you special software, special access to applicate. So students were giving this stuff away. It caught the institution's attention. Second Life. How many people have a Second Life avatar? A few. Okay, good. All right, we're going to talk about some of that. And I'll talk about some of the ways I've used it in my classes, and what the good sides are, what the bad sides are, and where some of the things might go. So at any rate, to me, these disruptive innovations are the ones that are really going to affect education as we go forward. I mean, these are the kinds of things that we're going to really need to deal with, that we're really going to need to assimilate, into the context of that which we do.